is former architect Michelle Wibberwoe.
No challenge is too big. All I can say is bring it on.
And today in Haywards Heath, Michelle hopes to make light work of her next commission.
So this cake is for the Tide of Lights, a big event once a year. And that event can't happen without hundreds of volunteers. And this cake is a thank you for them.
The Tide of Light Festival is Worthing's much-loved event. We deliver a street party and fireworks and a children's parade.
And for event organiser Jess, this year is extra special, as it's the 100th anniversary of the festival's supporting charity, the Lions Club.
So the reason for the cake is really to say a huge thank you to the Lions and all their volunteers that come out and help on the night on their birthday.
So, to fit in with the festival theme, Michelle's come up with a plan.
It's a seaside town, so I came up with this giant jellyfish with the lighting inside that will illuminate to look like a lantern.
Inspired by the festival and its seaside location, Michelle's designed an edible hanging installation of 3 huge jellyfish lanterns that will be displayed on the run-up to the event. Hanging 2 foot off the ground, it will be made from vanilla sponge and surrounded in rice paper, which in turn will house lights that will illuminate her larger-than-life sea creatures.
Obviously, I've never done something like this before, and there are lots and lots of challenges to encounter later.
So, with the framework for the largest of her 3 jellyfish built, Michelle attaches a wire to the top.
So I designed this structure so that the whole thing can be suspended with a hook and then attach it to the ceiling. It's very simple.
Once happy with the cake's support, Michelle moves on to carving the vanilla sponges which will form the base of the jellyfish.
I'm going to set this cake up on the structure.
After placing it in position, she sandwiches and seals her sponges with vanilla buttercream.
It smells so nice.
But as she puts it together, she starts to worry about the weight.
Whoa, this is heavy. It's going to be challenging to make the structures strong enough for them to hang, because it's got 3 jellyfish, not just this one.
Coming up, Michelle's left hanging.
It's definitely the hardest to install.
In Haywards Heath, cake maker Michelle is applying some crisp white fondant icing to the sponges of her 3 different sized jellyfish cakes for the Tide of Lights Lantern Parade in Worthing.
Nice round cake, at least.
Once covered, she moves on to the LED illuminations that she hopes will bring her cakes to life.
It's all about the lighting, so it has to work.
So, after securing the lights onto the frame, it's time to test them.
Wow, I think it's going to look amazing once the rice paper on.
And that will be her next challenge, as Michelle needs to give these jellyfish their edible skin, starting with the smallest.
You can see it's flat, and this is curved. So it's going to be so tricky to put this on, and this is really, like, fragile.
Michelle makes cuts to the top and bottom of the rice paper, which enables her to curve the sheets around the framework.
It's not like you have a template you just repeat. They're all slightly different sizes and different curvature. So you just have to do it individually.
Once shaped, they're secured into position with edible glue.
So far, I've done most of the panels, lots and lots of wires. So to cut to the right size, I have to be really careful. I don't want to cut through those wires. Can't believe how long it's taken me to do this. And this is like the smallest one. I still have to do the giant one and the slightly smaller one. So it's going to be really time-consuming.
In Worthing, Michelle is delivering her 3 jellyfish cake lanterns to the gallery where it will be displayed. After some help from husband Michael getting the cake inside, it's ready to be assembled in position.
So this is something I made to hang the cake up. It's just a frame, a simple frame. So all 3 jellyfish will hang on each corner.
But that's easier said than done.
Squashed it.
It took like 3 people to assemble all together to help me carry the cake while somebody has to tie it up, obviously. Yeah? Let go? So it's definitely the hardest to install. I hope Jess will be pleased with it. It's been such a hard work.
In just 3 days, Michelle has successfully captured the festival's theme and seaside location in cake. Towering at 8 foot 6 inches tall, her trio of edible jellyfish have been made from vanilla sponge and rice paper, all of which hang gracefully from a purpose-built stand. To top it off, LED lights illuminate these stunning sea creatures. Time to reveal all to event organisers Jess and Francis, who've commissioned the cake to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Lions Club.
So this is the cake.
Oh, that's a cake! Yeah. How is that even made? It's incredible. Who'd have known she could have made a cake that looked like one of our amazing lanterns? Absolutely stunning, Michelle. Thank you so much.
you.
Yeah, the lions are going to be so impressed, aren't they?
Francis was like really, really blown away by the cake. I'm really pleased they're happy with it.
Happy 100th birthday to the lions. Here's a jellyfish lantern cake.
Only once the guests of honour arrive can Jess present the cake to the charity's chairman.
So, happy birthday, lions, 100 years old. We felt like we were having to unzip the cake to get into it. Look at that! Once we were in there and discovered there was an actual sponge cake in it, it wasn't long before everybody was queuing with plates. And it certainly didn't taste like jellyfish. It was delicious.
And as darkness falls, the cake lights up the room as the festival lights up the sky.